Hello, Miss Salon people. Them. First of all, I want to take this opportunity for telling a baby, thank you for listening to this me own special program here. This program here is about the Vice President and the APC party. Well, we all know already because now these days, na Sierra Leone or Africa, nothing really hide. Thank God that technology has improved in the way that anyone can spread a news instantly as they happen. So we don't hear really too much allegations, problems, noise, hala about the recent activities and what will take place within the APC party for the expulsion of our Vice President, His Excellency Chief Sam Ansumana. Politics not a dirty game. We all know that already. Check the history. You should know by now that politics is always have been a dirty game. In politics, never expect things to be normal. Where you have a ruling party, you have oppositions, you have infighting between these two bodies. But at the same time, it's not only between these two bodies, it's also within party members. So now, first of all, before I go too deep into this conversation about the expulsion of Chief Sumana, I would like you guys to listen to the first ever interview that we didn't do through Radio Democracy 98 point, the rest FM. So listen to what they asked the Vice President and he respond, and we go take him from there. Listen.
First of all, like say I will do to Ms. Campbell and the fellow Sierra Leoneans, but greet them in the name of Allah. I want to say, first of all, say I'm fine and well since I don't get home under the Ebola quarantine of 21 days, where I put myself with the death of one of my security officers who proved positive for Ebola. On that note, I decided to make us stay home and observe like any other Sierra Leonean supposed to do, follow affect the Ebola. The president will not make the law, we all agree to them at national level, at local level, to make sure so we fight this bad sickness we can in our country. We don't go on with time, we don't see how it happen. And the quarantine one at this moment, it clearly send a message say Ebola not a boundary. It can attack at any level. On that note, make sure to the people of this country that we all for abide to the laws of this nation. I go under voluntary quarantine, and at the moment I talk to all as I continue for go on observe the 21 days cycle. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, as Madam Asma asked me, what I feel about with the expulsion from the party. At the moment, as I speak to you, me not a member of the APC party. I say so because as I talk to you, I not even received any letter yet from the Secretary General for indicating they don't suspend me from the party or expel me from the party. On that note, when I listen on the television and listen to radio and allegations from BBC and other media, I realize that when they put the allegation out, based on an investigating committee, which is set up by the chairman and leader of the party, His Excellency Dr. Nkrumah, for looking into the issue of an allegation against me by the Deputy Minister of Political Affairs of say I want for Kilam. We go through the process, then call me, I go through the process of investigation, I talk to them. But at the end of the investigation, the report will come out, making allegations against me that one, of educational merit, 2, religion, 3, violence, 4, anti-party activity. The issue of education and merit has already been on start for talk. Then say, me not go university. 2007 and 2012 nomination time when His Excellency graciously accepted me for being in running mate. On both occasions, in the forms the way I feel at NEC, clearly indicates that I say a bachelor's degree I get. And secondly, at the State House website, it's clearly mentioned there, or even you Google my name, you will find out, say, there's nothing mentioned above bachelor's degree. So if there's any insinuation or any allegation, say, some Smana saying a master's degree they get, that is wrong, it's baseless, and me and nobody know get that discussion there. I went to Metropolitan State University in Minnesota, and at the moment as I talk, me are one of the notable alumni from that institution. If anybody gets concerned, you can check with the university. And I'm happy to state that in 2010, when they recognized me on that note, at that level, I'm involved with the present Minister of Transport and Communication when he was the Minister of State in the office. We all go there together with the Ambassador of Sierra Leone in the United States, Mr. Ambassador Bokari Stevens. On the other note on religion, I really see that there's allegations about religion. I don't know whether I would challenge that. I know say we Secretary General, I big Alaji, I big Muslim. And say I'm not only talking about my background of saying that my parents, my grandpa, my grandma, my mama, my papa, my family are all Muslims. And when you utter the Shahada, what's more than beyond that? You can't have a host, you got a small mosque. You go to my hometown, my community now, Islam, in a Muslim community. 95% of my community in my village of Yomadu are Muslims. So the issue of saying that, oh, this man a Christian, oh, he go na Moriton, he go declare the 2 days, it's all lies. The Mamadi of Nayana Hill Station, she's a member of the Jamaat Nayana Hill Station Mosque. And all of this indicative that when people want to create chaos at a critical time like this, where we focus on the Ebola disease fight, make we don't resort to them kind of issues. And the issue of violence, the nature has all been vice president since 2007. I think I don't prove myself very responsible as a peaceful person. And everybody knows that this country say I'm a peaceful person, demonstrating to my working relationship with my superior. And I'm not saying inside me to go now for saying I'm responsible for top green now in my homeland corner. Why are going to go say let them go if ministers then go to projects? Recently, like the last one, the Minister of Education go there. I've been out of the country. I'm not really in the salon. When I come back, a really unfortunate incident will take place. Try to find out, call the minister in Okam. And I also, what more can I do? But at the time when there was a strike at Kwedu Holdings, I fly in and address the issue. The issue wouldn't talk about saying anti-party activity. How can you, me, Sam Sumana, I'm second generation APC. That is, I know what me Papa go through. I know my daddy in relationship with Late Shaka Stevens. So make sure, say, what he even believed in was the APC party. The issue of parties and politics in Akono district, we know. When you call the name Sam Sumana, the Brewer, you don't get nowhere for go for APC.
All right.
So for say, carry me through on the issue of say go from other party. I got to put a background in the APC party. For say go from they say I go from Rainbow Coalition or for go from Sierra Leone Democratic Party. There is an institution called PPRC. Why people don't go check and find out if it ever happened? And I will tell you this: not only my name being there, But it's been a long time, not even since this second term, I not knock on that door or send anyone there. The only time I will call the current chair, if they come to me in our office one time on other issues of resolving indifferences, or that way when they go on. But for say me from another party, it's absolute lies. And then people that want to do it and they want to continue to create wedge between myself and my superior. So I want to say to you, madam, the expulsion of me from the party at this time, there is a constitution of the party we will go through, but for say the anti-party activities, the issue of violence, the issue of religion, the issue of education and merit, say I lie, now all now fabrication and not true and they are baseless. And at the time when I will come out of quarantine, we will address that. So if you ask me about the expulsion from the party, I will wait until I come out of this process of the 21-day cycle of the Ebola, so that we will be able to address this accordingly. But I continue to talk to my superior and for make sure say that I reach out to the superior and make sure say we understand each other and that waiting and the alleged is not true.
All right, so it's good that you don't explain some of the issues there, but now we take one after the other. You say you don't receive any letter yet for say they don't expel you from the party. But what in the case you receive this morning now? Is it you go continue for being member of the APC as you don't say you're not member and still member of the APC?
Well, the constitution of the party makes a provision for if I receive such letter of discipline action for I react to them, and that I will do accordingly and follow, because as a law-abiding person, I will go through that process if I receive the letter and take it out from there and make sure say I reply to them and we take the necessary action in terms of resolving this issue and let the truth come out.
On the issue of the process where the party use, you say you testify before the party, but information where don't they go around others, they get allegation of getting your voices. But first of all, let me go to the process. You be satisfied with the setup of the party, where you go through?
The chairman and leader of the party, I respect and hold high to, is not only the chairman and leader of my party, but also my superior, my boss. But the committee that will be set up, after we done the investigation, for say get any word from the again before I hear the verdict, no, I don't get any word because I've been under quarantine. I received a text message for both of the meeting, but unfortunately I talked to the Secretary General that I know where will come because I don't have 21 days Ebola quarantine.
Now, to say they be play for you clips of your voices, Usai, some of the allegations they have to been there, Usai Yusuf Yeri?
Not to my knowledge, I'm not taking attendance to the meeting.
All right, time and time again, na press conferences, people don't they talk, and you and even the president don't they say no problem not there between you and the president. From 2012, according to waiting, don't they go around you and President Kuruma, not they talk. So you know what for say you self-deceive the country also because we are not telling people and the truth say we are not in good terms.
Well, to start with, madam, starting from 2012, for say we know the talk, we talk. But we, yes, true to the nation, I never lie to the nation. We get some estranged relationship over certain issues. And certain issues in the sense that people try to create widen the wedge. And I believe, say, we owe a lot to President Kuruma, not as I tell you, as the chairman and leader of my party, my president, my boss, my brother-in-law, and above all, my own big brother. So I always respect that and remain loyal to him and not challenging.
Hello.
So for make anybody try to create that expand on that wedge, I believe say they are not doing a service to the nation. This is a disservice to the nation, and we all come together and make sure that we build this country as we don't learn from the past. We don't learn from the past. We don't see what happened in the past during the civil strike. Now that the president immediately followed them back on development, and this is what I follow through. following his agenda for change and following his agenda for prosperity. For the interruption of the Ebola, I follow through that, visiting up country, making sure I play my own part. So I support my boss 1,000%, and for anybody who tries to create a wedge between them, it's unacceptable and it's not doing the country any favor.
On the issue of violence, who specific allegation will then be made against you and who then testify against you?
The issue of violence, like I say, I not received the report back, but during the investigation, they asked me about the issue of the Minister of, the present Minister of Lands, who was the Minister of Internal Affairs. And precisely looking at that, there's no iota of truth. Because when the incident happened, I was the first person when he called me during a football match now, watch now stadium, I called the superior and talked to her about that. And for any other one, I don't know which one I'm talking about because I'm not privy to the rest of the document.
In that case, if they expel Chief Sansumana as a vice president or as a member of the APC party, he's well-educated man. He knows what is inside politics and he knows the constitution. And he knows that whenever an allegation is made towards any individual, you have the right to go through the due process. Either you defend yourself or you agree to the allegations. That's how the constitution works. That's how the rule of law works in Sierra Leone. Ebola is the enemy. We are getting distracted from fighting the enemy. Ebola is the disease will kill. Chief Sansumana not kill you. President Corona not kill you. APC party not kill you. Now Ebola not kill you. So this should be your priority. This is the enemy you have to fight against. But at the CCA, everybody they lose their mind. They get distracted. Help the President of Sierra Leone and the people of Sierra Leone and fight Ebola. Corruption is the next disease that is killing Sierra Leoneans, because in corruption they are ripping us from our benefits, they are ripping us from our taxes, they are ripping us from something that they will use for make Sierra Leone become a better place. These are the enemies then. So you get Ebola, you get corruption. These are the things we don't have to lose sight of. We have to follow up this entire process of this Ebola money scandal. Don't get distracted. Now opposition, they will come, they will make noise. But at the end of the day, they are just opposition. That's what they have to do. Whether it makes sense or it doesn't make sense, that's their job. An opposition want to be in the place of a ruling party. So it doesn't matter what you do, good or bad, they don't care. They will always oppose. Tell me one good thing that has ever happened to Sierra Leone when an opposition have supported or when an opposition have clapped their hands for. Nothing. That's how it works. You will never change that. I will give you an example. During the time when they choose the same vice president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, these opposition people now then be the call for letting the president sack the vice president because of drug scandal. And I remember back in the days, they even they accused the president of not being a leader for allow drug cartel for representing government. Did you remember that? The opposition were opposing the president because he accepted Chief Sansumana. But see how they twist it now. Now they are the same people clapping for him because they know they can capitalize on the infight of the APC party and try to make some political gains. Understandable. I'm not even angry at them. I just understand them. So now, what should be the reaction of the APC supporters? is not to get all mad, it's not to get all angry or agitated and start going on blast. You have to keep the reputation perfect, 100%, which means focus on what is important. Send out the message that the people of Sierra Leone want to hear, that we, as the ruling party in Sierra Leone, we are going to fight against corruption and try to make sure that those who embezzled, those who stole Ebola money, those who acted irresponsible using Ebola fund without having proper documentation should face the state law and get the punishment that they deserve. These are words I want to hear from APC members and APC supporters. Don't get distracted into this war of oppositions, because it takes you nowhere. Now, many of you have been saying like, oh, Bakar King, supporting the president. Of course, I will tell you why I support the president. Because inside me, my conscience is telling me that the President of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Dr. Anet Koroma, is a good leader. He is one of the nicest leaders in my own time, since I have my own senses that I have come across. The same oppositions are the people now crying on behalf of Chief Sansumana. Does that make sense to you? Before they cried for the president to sack him, now they are crying for the president to allow him to stay. They are taking these fights as their own personal fights. While at the moment, even within them, they haven't got a leader to even lead them yet. Do you see how crazy is this? They're not getting their own leader yet at their own party. Then still perfect themselves for even find one leader. And now they can't inside APC business. No disrespect to the party. I am an APC. And I came to the APC because I believe in the president and it's by Koroma. Before that, I was never in politics. I never want to have nothing to do with politics. But because I see it's the sincerity in this man, because I see the godliness in this man, and I see that he is a leader I can trust, and I see that he is a leader who is determined to take my country forward. Yes, we have setbacks. Hello, things happen. Okay? Diseases are uncontrollable. It happens all across the world. So don't say it's only Sierra Leone. No, we are not the only country that is affected by Ebola. There is a problem within the party, and the president is just the president and chairman. He doesn't own APC party. He came alive, there was APC party, and he got for leave APC party, and a new generation of people that can take care of APC party. So the president doesn't own the party. So the president will only be the person for make decisions in the party. So if the president as a leader and a chairman get a complaint from certain members within the political party, he cannot just bash them and say, no, I'd leave it. He's my vice president, he's my younger brother, No, he has to listen to their case. And then they have to go through due process, which they say they don't already do. Listen to what the Chief Sansumana don't say. He said the president, he appreciates him. He said, he and the president, they get a misunderstanding, but this president not in big brother. The president not in brother-in-law. He and the president personally not get too much grievances them. The grievances it come within the party from so many different angles them, from so many different people there. We don't like them. The same thing happened to Sylvia Blyden. And up till now, Sylvia Blyden always and still saying that she believes in the president. She has a lot of respect from the president, even though she has problem with party members, but she respects the president, and she is still supporting the president, no matter what in opposition and try to do for scatter them. their friendship. The same thing is happening now to the vice president. When I listen to what he say, when I don't hear what he say, he has a lot of respect for the president. He doesn't need to pamper the president to get his support. No. If he doesn't like him, he will say it, I don't like him. And the president won't have nothing to do about it because we are all watching. But since this thing happened, the president have never come outside and criticize or say anything negative about the vice president. So why do you want to make this a fight between the president and the vice president? These are things they can solve with the law. Whatever the purpose of this report is, of whatever the purpose of this expulsion is, the vice president knows the rules and regulations of the party and he is going to fight his case. So our case now is to fight against Ebola, fight against corruption, and don't let either the APC party distract us or opposition distract us. Now, go back to the table. Sit down, rethink. Let us pray that the vice president will come out of quarantine safely. And let us pray that there will be peace within the APC party. Whatever division then gets with the vice president, make them solve them in a very diplomatic way that this country will go backwards with democracy. We all, especially me, I support the political system in Sierra Leone now because I don't believe democracy can prevail in Sierra Leone. We have to struggle in order to achieve a true democracy. It doesn't come overnight. The blacks in America, they're not getting freedom because they fold hand, not because they fought for it. And it doesn't take a year or 10 years, they are still fighting to improve their rights, to improve their freedom, to improve their justice system. So we have to expect the same thing. Rome wasn't built in a day. Democracy cannot build in a day. So let me just support any effort now in order for help the president fight our enemy, which is Ebola. When the vice president come on in quarantine, he will follow due process. So we not make this thing like a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's nothing compared to the corruptions. So I want to thank the vice president, and I've always said it on his behalf within the APC party that the vice president is one of the most humble vice presidents I've ever seen in the history of African politics. I'm never Sabian, but I always talk in good name. People then will begin to go and caucus, mommy question. Una just to show una self. Una just to show who you be. Una just to show which kind of home you came from. Sometimes we misuse the opportunity of freedom of speech. We misuse the opportunity of a true democracy. You can't go around insulting people, creating chaos, creating division in the country, and you are thinking that you are helping Sierra Leone. No, you're not helping Sierra Leone, you are destroying Sierra Leone. Because remember, when you say any nasty word towards a politician, you are not just insulting him, you are insulting their entire family, their children, their uncles, their grandchildren or whatever. You are insulting so many people, including their supporters. Is that how you call them? You fight for democracy? Is that how you fight for freedom? You can't just make your point without insulting anyone. These are the reasons why sometimes you see me go very defensive when people come to my Facebook page and start disrespecting other people. I do not appreciate or condone any form of disrespect to an ordinary man, nevertheless a leader. Now you will respect you, Papa, before another man respects him. Therefore, now you will respect your authority before another man respects him. You go say, no, I don't respect him because I don't support that party day. Yes, of course, you will never love an opposition. But what I want to make you love yourself, because the cause where you cause people and outside there, you are just degrading yourself. People are looking at you and you think they respect you. No, they disrespect you. Because you are humiliating yourself in front of the whole world. So my advice to all Sierra Leoneans, please, Lord, we keep the peace. Sierra Leone democracy, now we all get for billion together. Don't get distracted for the unnecessary things. Pay attention to the path of democracy, and that means you have to respect the rule of law and you have to respect the constitution. Until someone breaks the constitution, then we are here to defend it with all my heart. Even if my party decided to break or disobey the constitution, I'm not going to go around and start cursing everyone in the party. No. We have rule of law that we can fight in order to preserve our constitution to be intact and nobody to interfere with our constitution. So please don't get distracted. Support the president and let's pray that Ebola ends. Support the vice president. You have listened to his message. Support him until he comes out from his quarantine, and then he will help the president fight against Ebola, and then they will follow due process. If you have any comments or any suggestion that you want to make regarding my statements I'll make here, don't hesitate. Leave your comments and then do it constructively. Don't just come on my page and just start saying nonsense. Listen to what I have said and then oppose or support constructively. That's how I enjoy debates. I don't do a yes or no answer. Whenever I make a point, I make sure I explain to you to understand where I'm coming from. And secondly, don't you ever go and see a status of somebody without trying to analyze what the message is before you start criticizing or saying whatever nonsense you want to say. God bless Sierra Leone and God bless my people. May Ebola go. Thank you very much.